Jackie, we'll see you then. Concern over the safety of D.C.'s airspace continues to grow as the new restrictions on military helicopters put in place following January's deadly mid-air collision are set to be undone.
Now, a portion of a defense spending plan includes a loophole that would not require military flights to broadcast live tracking data. Officials have said the technology was turned off in the Black Hawk helicopter before the crash. DC News Now's Ben Dennis joining us live there at DCA.
And Ben, the head of the FAA, just told Congress he expects these new safety measures will stay, but members of Congress are still majorly concerned.
That's right, but meantime, a head scratcher for leaders who say that these new safety implications imposed over the last couple of months are good and think that this bill would only roll them back. And yes, the head of the FAA just said today that he expects those existing restrictions that came about after this crash to stay put. But senators introduced an amendment. They want to make sure those military flights send out live tracking data.
Will compromise the safety around Reagan National Airport.
Families of loved ones lost on that fateful American Airlines flight that collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter in January, vehemently opposing a section of a bill to fund the military known as the National Defense Authorization Act.
No parent should have to go through this. Christmas is going to be so empty.
The bill's section in question, 373, would again allow military helicopters to fly in D.C. airspace without broadcasting their location.
We learned of Section 373 essentially when everybody else did last week.
The head of the FAA told Congress Tuesday he was caught off guard. The NTSB chair also outraged.
This is shameful.
This ought to be easy.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz and Democratic Senator Maria Cantwell want their bipartisan Rotor Act replaced with Section 373. It would require military flights to broadcast their active locations. Cruz says he has the Pentagon's support.
Secretary Hegseth has committed to me that the Department of War would not oppose this legislation.
Meantime, the FAA expects existing military flight restrictions near DCA will stay. After the crash, the FAA largely restricted flights with the exception of presidential travel and in emergencies.
We're in the process of renegotiating our memorandum of agreement in terms of how we continue to operate with those restrictions in the capital region, and I expect that to continue.
Now, right now, it's still unknown who may have added this language into the National Defense Authorization Act. However, Senator Ted Cruz believes that he thinks the language will either get changed by the time it reaches the floor of the Senate, it's already passed the House, or possibly a standalone bill to make sure those military flights send out that tracking data. Live at Reagan National, Ben Dennis, back to you.